Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Software Engineer K here. They've got some pretty awesome stuff to go through. We did have the review for Slimer yesterday, so that's pretty awesome. And I did want to touch a little bit on tomorrow's drop. So we finally had the information regards to pricing, mint numbers, all of that good stuff. And just linking to that, I wanted to kind of go through some tips and tricks that Granola has shared with regards to improving your chances of getting the drop that you want. And some of these tips I have shared before, but there have been some additional tips that Granola has shared, some that I didn't even know. So these are some pretty cool ones to look out for. I did also just want to touch a little bit on overall market sentiment, as well as a pretty cool update with regards to some technology with regards to 3D modeling that they have used for Ghostbusters. So without further ado, we'll go straight into it. Now, David Yu, he did share the updated version of Slimer, and there is a competition. So next week they're going to give away 37 of these Slimers to celebrate the 37th anniversary of Ghostbusters. So to participate, you need to take a kind of AR picture with your Ghostbusters collectible, but obviously if you don't have one, then that does kind of exclude you, which is unfortunate. I mean, I don't actually have one myself, so yeah, I guess I won't be participating, but you know, it is pretty cool. And this Slimer is the updated version. Now, the reason why when they had the first season one Ghostbusters drop is they have to get a sign off from the licensor. So whenever there's a delay from a drop, there's a possibility that it's because the licensor has not approved of the final version, and the licensor, Sony in this case, was not happy with this version, so they had to pull it and release this version, which is more similar to what it looks like in the actual new Ghostbusters film. And yeah, you can see the difference in there. And I think the newer version does actually look better, although the kind of drooling tongue thing, I think that is pretty awesome. I guess that technically makes it an animated NFT with the kind of drool. So I would have liked to see that, but you know, the newer version does look pretty cool with the whole kind of spooky, ghostly aura. So just remember that whenever there is a delay, the chances are it's probably approved on the Komi side. It's all verified, but they're still waiting on final sign off from the licensor. And Ido from Ultraman, we had the same thing happen to him. Ido was pulled probably because Subaraya in this case was not happy with the final version. Now, with regards to tomorrow's drop, we have the Medium article. There was obviously issues with this as it was pulled originally. Someone did post the mint numbers and prices, but the prices I think have been slightly amended for the ultra rare. So we have Fat Tony, which is the common. I've noticed that the ones that are most popular, the ones that people like most, from general consensus, those seem to be getting made the commons at the moment. We had similar with the Batman drop. They made the Batman Who Laughs common, and I don't know. I just like Tony the most, and I'm glad that it's a common, so it's just easier to get for me. We have 4444, and it is 40 gems. We've got Cap and Cornstarch 3333 editions and 50 gems. Honeybutt is 2,222, 60 gems. I'm surprised they didn't decide to make this 1,111. They've made it 1,888, which is same as the silver Dragon Gale drop, and they've listed it as 60 gems. Now this is incorrect. It is not actually 60 gems. Actually, if we refresh this, it might have updated. Let's have a look. Okay, there you go. Now it's updated. So it's actually 90 gems. So 90 gems for the count, and I think that's a pretty good number. It's about half as much as what we had for the Supergirl, but remember that there is a smaller fan base for Ron English compared to Superman, obviously. So that's just something else to kind of take into consideration. Now, what I did also want to touch on is a pretty cool thing with regards to spatial reality. So I just wanted to share that with you guys.
Nothing really prepared me for how realistic the spatial reality display would be.
Jason hired me to create a look for the film.
I have an idea and we can email each other photos, but that doesn't actually bring something to life.
You're able to interact with a 3D object. I may have dozens of different designs that require feedback. Anything that I can use as a tool to be more efficient and be able to communicate concise, detailed notes to artists is valuable to me.
I looked into the screen and it's though I was flying over Ecto 1. I'm pinching the car, I'm moving it with my hand, and I can access any point on the car.
It's an opportunity to really get on the same page from a design sense and show a director what you're intending. It's a really exciting piece of technology.
I think that's pretty cool. So I think moving forward, we will have some kind of adaptation of this as hardware and devices improve, being able to interact with your NFTs in a similar way. I mean, the technology is at the same time used to kind of interact with 3D models, but again, just seeing that it is being implemented, it is there. I think that's pretty cool. But I think the first step going forwards is just implementing the kind of wearable features with regards to NFTs, because Dan Crovers and the team have kind of been going on quite a lot about that. The future is wearable, so I'd like to see where they're going with that, as well as kind of featuring the improvements in Google AR Core, just because we will have things like occlusion, which will help with the, I guess, realism of your NFT. So they won't be like pasted on the real world. They will be able to interact with the 3D environment. So that's something pretty cool to look forward to. Now, we did also have a pretty cool update with Granola. So Granola has shared some tips on how to secure the drop. Now, a few of these, are pretty obvious. So ensuring your modem is restarted, not to have too many devices hooked up to your Wi-Fi, obviously log in early. This is one that I use. So I have a universal clock on my computer, which I watch, and I use that to kind of time when to click in and turn off any auto lock features. Yeah, that's obvious. This one I was not aware of. So change the font size on your phone in the settings will reduce the size of the font in the app, and because of that, the button, it will scale upwards. So that way you don't have to scroll. You have the button right on the kind of buy now screen visible, because the font has been reduced in size, and the button kind of just wraps around it. So I'll try that one. That one's quite interesting. Removed any unused apps, and okay, yeah. So this is one that I've shared before, where you delete your showroom files, and obviously you can re-download the files. That's perfectly fine. It's just it does help speed up the app. And yeah, wish listing your stuff. So this is another one that I've shared before. If you can add collectibles to your wish list ahead of time, then you have to kind of click into that new in store page. And if logging to the app or loading collectible screen tends to be taking too long, try switching apps quickly. Okay, I didn't know about that one. You can switch in and out of the app, and that should help with the buy now button. If you click buy now and the app is thinking, be patient. Okay, yeah, so be patient. Wait for it to finish. Don't close the app or anything. Keep trying with the buy now. So yeah, if you select a collectible, sometimes the payment doesn't go through, and then that collectible, rather than being reserved by you, re-enter circulation so someone else can buy it. So sometimes the drop can switch between sold out and buy now. And yeah, and obviously make sure your gems are pre-filled on your wallet as well. So yeah, those are some pretty cool tips. I use most of those, but the font size one, I will try that out. That one sounds pretty cool. What I did also want to touch on is the overall market sentiment at the moment. So it was a little bit more positive today, because El Salvador, they had a vote, and overwhelmingly they have voted 62 to 84 to adopt a Bitcoin as a legal tender in the country. Along with that, they have some changes to the tax rules as well. So under the new law, Bitcoin can be used for purchase of tax payment. Bitcoin exchange will not be subject to capital gains tax. That is a big one. I'm gonna have to do some more research into this, but this to me implies that El Salvador could become another, I guess, kind of like tax haven for cryptocurrency enthusiasts. And yeah, I think this is pretty good, because what we're seeing right now is we're seeing, countries like China who are, having their own private blockchain with the digital yuan, so they have ultimate authority whilst simultaneously banning Bitcoin. But at the same time, you have countries like El Salvador, which are adopting Bitcoin. And I think moving forwards, we're going to see a mix of both across most countries. The UK, the Bank of England, they have been trialing, well, not trialing, but they've been discussing Britcoin, which would be like the British version of a cryptocurrency that will be used for as a replacement for fiat. But at the same time, I don't see the UK kind of straight up banning Bitcoin. in the same way that China's done. So that's something to take into consideration as well, just because with Bitcoin, it is pushing the whole market up. And we can see that here. So the price of OMI on the monthly chart, so we can see that it has remained relatively flat because it's still relatively flat to Bitcoin. As Bitcoin's price went up, we did see an increase in the price of OMI as well. So if we just switch to that chart over here, we are on the hourly chart. Now, what we can see is the price of OMI, it did drop below our trend line, which is fine. It did kind of touch it again and touched one more time, touched a third time, and then broke. And it broke on that news of the whole kind of Bitcoin thing. So it started, going up around about here, touch, broke, retested, and now we could be seeing a return to this uptrend. That is possible, but there is still quite a lot of negative sentiment in the market overall. So, some analysts have said that Bitcoin could come down to as low as 18K. That is possible. I would not rule that out, but it is very unlikely. On the 4 hourly chart, so we can see here, we did close in the green above this downtrend. So I think we could be good for a continuation, assuming that we do get some bit of good news. Because remember, OMI is kind of just piggybacking off of Bitcoin right now. There hasn't been any kind of news to spark a rise in, increase in OMI's price yet. We will be getting buybacks this month apparently, so that may push the price up as soon as that's announced. But we'll just have to wait and see. So that's pretty much everything I have to go through with you guys today. Please do like and subscribe to support the content, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.